Let's go through LeetCode 2052. Plates between candles. They give us string S, and it consists of two types of characters, star and pipe. Star is plate, and pipe is candle. So it gave us a two-dimensional array queries, and let's return an integer array that is for each element query how many plates inside candle. So what does this all mean? Let's look at the example 2, right? So we'll see the string is like this kind of shape. And if we want to query from 1 to 17, right? 1 to 17, you see that this query left and right are inclusive. So we want to check these positions, how many plates inside candles. So we'll see. So we need to find the nearest candle, the first candle in this string, and also the last candle in this string, right? And we need to calculate how many plates the counts here. So we'll see this is 9. So this one is 9, right? So we thinking about this question, if we using find the nearest for the query, for example, this is the start, begin, or right, and this end, we find the nearest candles index in the S, right? And also the end, the nearest on its left, the candle index on the string, right? So we know the length of this part. And we also need how many candles inside, right? So intuitively, what we're thinking about is that we can use a tree map, right? Tree map. The key will be the index of the candle. And the value, we can use, for example, index. For example, this is the first candle, so it will be 0, right? This is the second candle, will be 1. And we'll manually create another index, right? So we can use tree map to find the keys, right? This one's the start key and end key. And then we know how many positions from these positions from the first candle to the last candle, right? And also, when from the value, tree map the value, we know this is the index 0, this is the first one, index 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know there are 5 candles in this, right? So we know there are 5. So we use the total position minus the 5 candles. So we get a query, right? So we use the tree map or binary search, right? That will be one of the direction, right? But let's think about this question more. That do we actually need a binary search, or do we need a tree map or tree set? We know using the tree map or tree set, the operation will be a log operation, right? So can we possibly use a prefix sum to get for any positions how many plates, right? We have, right, so far. So for every queries, we just want to find if we have a query, we don't we just want to, for example, we query arrange that and how many candles. We can just check this prefix sum, right? But now this query, this start end, we need to find the first candle to the right of this start, and also the first candle to the left of this end, right? So a moment ago we used a tree map to find the first candles, but the thing is that can we use a left array and a right array to pre-process for every position, right? You take every index. What is the first candle to its left? What's the first candle to its right? Actually, we can do this, right? We just go through this from the left to right. So we find the nearest left candle. And also we do from the right to iterate from a minus 1 to 0 to find the nearest last right candle, right? So for this start and end, we just change it to left right. Then we check the prefix sign array, right? So this will be, we'll find we don't need any log operations anymore. So it will be a linear operation, right? So let's write code for this. We're going to have int n equals s dot length. And as we know, we need the left array equals new int. And that means for every index, it can be plate or candle. What is the left nearest candle at this position, right? It can, if this position itself is a candle, then the value will be itself. And the right equals new int, okay? And we need a prefix sum to calculate the number of plates. So let's pre-process these three arrays, right? We are going to int last equals -1, right? So we virtually add a candle on its left. Then what we do is that for int I equals 0, I smaller than and I plus plus. So we'll say if s dot char at I equals type this as candle, right? Then we're going to have last equals I, right? Because our left I included itself, so we put this line 10 after the if statement. And also we are going to, let's set last equals n now, like it is like we add up candle on its right. And then for int I equals n minus 1, I greater equal to 0, I minus minus. So we'll say if s dot char at I equals n half, then we're going to last equals to I, and then we'll have right I equals last, right? And also we need a prefix sum to calculate the prefix sum for those kind of plates, how many at any positions, right? So for int I equals 1, I smaller than n plus 1, I plus plus. So we're going to have a prefix sum I equals prefix sum I minus 1, right? So well, right, whether this is star or not, right? Only when this is star, we'll add the plate counts. So we'll see s dot char at I equals star or not. If this star, then 1, otherwise 0. So now we just need to use these three arrays to get the final result for every query, right? So we're going to have int q equals queries dot length, and we're going to have a result equals new int q. And for int I equals 0, I smaller than q, I plus plus, right? So we're going to have int this query's beginning, because we already have s here, beginning equals query's I 0, and this end equals query's 1, I1, right? I1. So we are going to, what is the left candle's position, right? So we'll say the left candle's position will be the beginning's floor, right? Selling, right? So we use the right. of beginning. And what is a right candle? Will be left of n, right? So we'll see here we'll check if left is smaller than right? Then result R equals prefix sum right plus one minus prefix sum left, right? So in the end, we'll just return result. This is I minus one. Okay. Let's also write a Python code for this. So we're going to have n equals the length of s, and we are going to have left equals minus one multiplied by n, right? And right equals n multiplied by n, right? So what we do is that we're going to have a last variable, last equals minus one. Then for I in range n, we're going to have if si equals pipe, then we're going to have last equals I, right? And we'll also have left I equals last. Then what do is for I in range from n minus one to minus one negative pace, right? If si equals I, then last equals I, and we're going to have right I equals last, right? And also we need to have do the prefix sum. So we'll have prefix sum. This one will be from 0 multiplied by n plus 1, right? So what we do is that for I in range from 1 to n plus 1, right? So we're going to have prefix sum I equals prefix sum I minus 1 plus 1 if si minus 1 equals a star, else there, right? So let's have a result. And for beginning and inquiries or queries, so we're going to have a left, right. So this is the left position of the candle, right? So left candle's index will be the right of the beginning, right? And this will be the left of the end, right? So if left is smaller than right, we're going to uh, have results append prefix sum right plus one minus prefix sum left, right? As just a result append 0. In the end, just return result. Looks like we didn't. Let's take a look. right. So left, right. So here, right? Let's set this last could be n again. Otherwise, this last will always be some left values, right? And anything else? 0, 0, 0. Left equals to last. Um, right, left. Right hand I equals last. For 1 to n plus 1 prefix sum plus 1 if there is a space here, right?